I grew up in New York City, and my parents took me to a lot of theater when I was growing up. And the first show I really remember was a chorus line. I went when I was 6, and I was so enchanted by this show that I went home and I drew a flip book of the kick line of the chorus line. I was 6, so there were 4 panels. I didn't really understand how flip books worked, but the thing that I did know was that that's what I wanted to do with my life. I wanted to tell a lot of stories, because that's what theater is. It's telling really great stories. And so that's what I chose to do. I love being in the production process. I love the energy and the intensity and the creative noise that comes through, and if you're doing it right, hopefully lots of laughter that comes out of a rehearsal process. I love putting brains together and coming up with something completely new, a new way of telling an old story. For me, production work and teaching artist work, which is so much of what I do now, they have the same vibe. I mean, it's different work, but you have to be an artist to do both, and you use the same skills. You have the same skill set in both kinds of work. My favorite moment here at Metro, and probably in doing teaching artist work at all, ever, came this year, working with the first grade class, and we were working on an arts integration residency where we were doing history and drama, and we kind of did it through time travel. We traveled by blanket, and we were spies, and we went back in time. And each week I would go in, and the art skill that we were really working on was suspension of disbelief and imagination. I mean, other ones too, but that was huge. And so we, each week I'd go in and I'd say, we're going to travel back in time to this time or that time or the other time. And each week there'd be some naysayers, oh, we're not really going to travel. And I'd say to them, the imagination, you have to choose to use your imagination. If you don't choose to use it, it won't work. And so, we're going through, and this was a 14-week residency, 14 session rather, and week 8, 9, I don't know, and I went in and I said, we're going to travel back in time. And again, we had someone saying, we're not really going to travel back in time. And then from around the room, like 5 or 6 different people stood up in their chairs and said, you have to use your imagination! And it was just the most exciting, it was a great day. That's the power of theater, and that's the power of stories. And that's what I love, what I do.